What's going on, guys? A lot of you have been hitting me up wanting me to speak about this OnlyFans mom by the name of Crystal Jackson. Apparently, her kids were expelled from a Catholic school due to her online activity as an OnlyFans model. Now, this is a 44-year-old woman who's married. Her and her husband helps her in what she does, and she's made a very lucrative living for herself. She's making up to $150,000 a month just to impress and put on a show for you guys, right? And apparently people found out and they put pressure on the school, and the school said, you know what? Yeah, this does go against the code and we got to let you go. Okay. This wasn't a bunch of angry simps. It wasn't a bunch of males that, felt some type of way, misogynist males, conservative. No, this happened due to women. I truly believe that wanted her, not only they wanted her kids gone from the school, but they wanted, her to suffer. I don't know, but we're going to get into it. So and this is according to the NY Post. So the California woman who peddles in attractive snaps and videos online said her 3 young kids have been kicked out of a Catholic school because of her activity. Crystal Jackson, known as Tiffany Poindexter or Mrs. Poindexter, she's playing into that MILF fantasy that some of you guys have. Claims to take in more than $150,000 a month selling access to naughty photos and videos taken by her hubby Chris. Just imagine, right? Just imagine being the husband who has to help her do these things, right? He's helping her take the photos, all right? Put them online. He's the helpmate. Interesting marriage, but this actually goes on in the adult industry a lot. The husband is doing the filming. Like, you got the women that's doing the soft core stuff. It's usually their boyfriend or husband that's doing all the recording and participating with them. It says Tiffany, I read that, but her seductive venture has landed her in hot water at her kids' Sacred Hearts Parish School in Sacramento, which she said has expelled them, according to CBS Sacramento. The principal said the family is no longer welcome at the elementary school, and it even barred them from picking up the kids' belongings, according to the news outlet. That's crazy. Jackson said a group of moms discovered her site last summer and started a campaign to get her kids kicked out of school. What can you do in that situation? What can you do? It's the women. It's the women that's trying to get her kicked off. It ain't the dudes. Y'all know the narrative that's always put out there. It's always the men who are being misogynistic, that are trying to control these women. No, it's other moms that feel some type of way because their husbands is watching the material. The husbands are fans of the material, and they're mad about it because a lot of them physically ain't attractive to their husband anymore, probably. So when they see Mrs. Poindexter making all that money and she's sending her kids to a private school, I don't know, I believe that's a private school. So it's a Catholic school. They're saying to themselves, oh no, because y'all know how women, that jealous streak in women, right? All right, let's see. At one point, the group sent anonymous envelopes, including her explicit material, to they sent it to the principal. CBS station reported they wanted my kids removed who are innocent to this whole thing. Jackson said, now it's kind of like we got caught. Here's our secret life exposed. Well, let me just say this. Unfortunately, and again, I'm indifferent to OnlyFans. I really am. I'm very indifferent towards it. I'm not one of these people that are going to, be outraged because these women decided to get on OnlyFans. But you got to understand there are consequences. When you're putting up the explicit content that you're putting on your OnlyFans, because I went on her IG as well, and she has, she's promoting that OnlyFans heavy due to what she's posting on IG, right? You got to know that when people go and see your OnlyFans content and whatever you're doing over there, you should know that you're going to get backlash. You want to live a normal life by having an abnormal job, right? Around people, they might be left-leaning. They might be liberals, but they don't want their kids growing up in an environment that they may promote themselves on social media, but they don't want that in their backyard. And when they see a woman who's in her 40s, all right, who is putting up the content, she has over 500,000 followers on Instagram. She's making over $150,000 a month. There's going to be jealousy there, not only financial, but the fact that she's doing this openly on her social media. Now, they may not know her personally in the neighborhood, right? Or they may not know her from the school because she may not interact very much at the school. The husband probably does that. You know, he's a house husband. So he may be doing all that. So she may have little to no interaction with them. And when they see this, they're going to say to themselves, oh, I can't allow this. Look at what she's doing, because deep down, those women want to do the same thing. They do. They want to do the same thing, but they don't know how to go about it. But you got to understand there are going to be consequences to engaging in what you're engaging in. The station said obtain a copy of an email sent to the Jacksons. Your apparent quest for high-profile controversy in support of your adult website is in direct conflict with what we hope to impart in our students, according to the message cited by the outlet. We therefore require that you find another school for your children and have no further association with ours. Added the email, which was reportedly signed by Principal Teresa Sparks. So this was a woman. So these are all women, people. There ain't no man in this scenario. No man in this scenario is out here kicking her kids out of school. Okay? You got this woman who's doing the OnlyFans. You got the moms that don't like this. And then you have a female principal who agree with those other women, who are probably cool with those other women. Because from what I understand, this has been something that's been going on for months. And they've been trying to get her kids kicked out of school for the longest. And they were able to be successful. Right? Let's see. Jackson says she will continue to post on her OnlyFans page and that the couple is applying to send the kids to another Catholic school, but is worried they may be banned completely by the other city schools. The mother said her seductive venture began with a post on Reddit as a way to spice up her romance with her hubby. That does go on. You know, these women, when they get older, they want to feel beautiful again. They want to spice things up. So they will do certain things. You got women that will be flirtatious in public. They will put certain things. Like when you see older women who've been married for a long time, all of a sudden they switch up. You know, they're wearing more revealing clothing. They're doing that to spice up the marriage. 9 times out of 10, they're trying to spice up the marriage. Someone was like, hey, why don't you start an OnlyFans? Jackson told CBS 13. Real like, what the heck is that? What the heck is that? Yeah, right. Her husband said they think it is an artistic or sultry and fun and playful, but certainly nothing hardcore. Crystal, who was removed as a second grade room mom 2 weeks ago, said you're taking these innocent children and you're punishing them for something you don't agree with. Well, see, that's the thing. That's what's going to happen, unfortunately. You're going to be judged. You may not want to be judged, but that's just what's going to happen, because in society, even though when you get on Twitter, everything seems more acceptable, but people don't want that going on in their backyard. People don't want their kids going to school with kids whose mom is on OnlyFans. And the people who are going to really have the hardest time with this is her children, because they're going to have to deal with this, because she's going to continue to do OnlyFans. And they're going to have to deal with that stigma throughout their time in school. And what I would say to Crystal is this: OnlyFans should not be your destination point. OnlyFans should be something that is temporary, not something that's long term. You should be able to transform that into something else that is not OnlyFans related. But because the money is good, and I bet they're spending that money instead of taking that money and investing in something else, maybe they are. I don't know. But I believe she's been doing this for quite some time. And that's the problem. They get stuck just wanting that OnlyFans money instead of trying to say, you know what, this has been fun, but let's do something else. Because you know that you're a lot of times they do it because they enjoy the attention they get from it at the detriment of their children. But that's the route she chose. So we'll see if she's able to get her kids in another Catholic school. But it's going to be very difficult.